Yesterday I did a very specific video about an attempt to cancel somebody online. Today we're going to have a look at what happens when cancel culture massively backfires. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Yesterday did a very long video, over an hour long, where I was discussing the unfortunate business with Joe Vargas, Angry Joe, where somebody decided to take to the court of public opinion, i.e. social media, and write a statement about allegations that they made against him. Stuff which happened over 2 years ago, and even in their statement admitted that they were drunk for some of it. Now, when you read the statement, it was very easy to see that it was a work of fiction. There were absolute inconsistencies all over the place, as well as out-and-out contradictions left, right and centre. Also, they admit multiple times in that statement to lying to Joe. And if somebody was so easy and readily to lie to somebody that they'd first met, who's to say what they'd do to complete strangers like us? It was absolutely ludicrous. I felt that I needed to speak out about it. And I don't normally speak out about this sort of stuff because I deal with pop culture and video games. That's what I deal with. But being a YouTuber, I felt this hit a raw nerve because at the moment, we have cancel culture just rampant, out of control. You just have to go to Twitter and it's now just a cesspool of people rabidly frothing at the mouth, desperate to destroy people's, not just careers, lives. It's sickening beyond compare. Number two, this really could affect somebody's livelihood. Just the mere allegation could affect somebody's livelihood massively, make sponsors pull out, make certain people just say, well, the allegation's there, so he must be. Because you get tainted by this sort of thing. And then, most importantly, when things like this truly happen to somebody, their voice is now more and more diminished than ever. Because people come out with these freakish lies in an effort for what? To destroy somebody? To get clout? To jump onto a bandwagon? I don't know. I don't know the mind of a sick freak, which these people clearly are. Now, Joe has responded, and you can see the full statement if you want to just pause the video and go through it. That's there for your own time. But what happened? Joe said he's spoke to his legal counsel. He's going to send a cease and desist to said person. What is the response of said person who made the allegations? Oh, they'll be stepping away from social media. How much kickback do they get? None. What repercussions do they have? None. Whereas this could have impacted Joe's career. They're mesmerised by the fact that their fabricated bullshit story wasn't accepted. And don't contact this person, please. They will see it as a great way to play the victim, as they have been doing. But the comment sections are savage as hell, because you could easily see from reading the article that she was full of absolute shit. So yeah, she'll be stepping away from social media to have a cry that she got caught the fuck out. But let's talk about another instance of where cancel culture massively backfires, shall we? This is a great one. This comes from Bounding Into Comics. And a few days ago, this is on the 22nd of June, it's a couple of days ago, the comics book subreddit bans Mike Barron's Florida Man from Indiegogo. Eisner winner, I believe, Mike Barron as well, who has put out a campaign for his comic Florida Man. If you understand the meme, the Florida Man meme, if you don't, just put Florida Man meme and knock yourself out. You're going to spend hours laughing at all sorts of different shit. But it's essentially just Florida men do crazy stuff. Just you walking down the street and suddenly just a Florida man riding down the street on a skateboard on top of a crocodile. Because that's just what a Florida man does. So he's creating a book based off this sort of business. But because the subreddit, the comic subreddit, views Comicsgate as a hate group, let's just put that into perspective. Comicsgate, who create comics for people, apolitical comics for people to just enjoy without berating them, without calling them names, without calling them ists, phobes, isms, or anything like that. Just creating comics for them away from the mainstream media and their bullshit. Whereas these lot try and end people, call them ists, phobes, Nazis, the job lot, tell them to fuck off, left, right, centre, yada, yada, yada. They're the ones who call Comicsgate a hate group. Fucking cancel culture. So they banned them from the comics subreddit. So they're no longer able to post. They're no longer able to promote their material there. They're no longer able to promote their comic. And I think the subreddit has 1.2 million subscribers. So that is potentially a lot of people, which is now no longer going to have the ability to purchase their comic. No longer going to have the ability to see any of the marketing behind it. Well, guess what, folks? When they decided to ban them from the subreddit, this campaign, which was relatively freshly released, was roughly around halfway towards its target. It went and hit its target. It went and hit its target immediately afterwards because of the backlash by people. And here it is, folks, on Indiegogo right now. Florida Man graphic novel. Go check it out. Give it some love. From Eisner winner Mike Barron. There you go. 56 pages. And it looks crazy. And if you watch this video here, it looks a ton of fun. They put a really nice video package to start with. This is a campaign I will be supporting. I will be backing. So, cancel culture, 0, backlash, 2. Now let's jump to this other wonderful thing. Because we have comic people, some of them throwing themselves on their own swords, with Warren Ellis cancelling himself in something which was pretty ridiculous. What did he cancel himself for? Consensual relationships with women. But you see, the whole thing is being manipulated. There are a couple of people in comics who've done some horrendous stuff which has come to light. And yes, they get everything they deserve through the legal system. But Warren Ellis, no, he used a platform. He had a platform and people would come to it. And he would meet women. And he would do what people do. Do what the human race does. But don't worry, because Tom King, soy boy himself, ex-CIA, Tom King is here to save the day. I pledge to say no to abuse, harassment, grooming, and manipulation of women and all people of marginalised genders and sexes. Are you with us? No, Tom, go fuck yourself. Let's just have a look at this pathetic, absolutely pathetic pledge. Number one, if you're in the comics book industry and you have to agree to this pledge, oh, you must be a freak. Or if you're just a regular human being that doesn't do shitty things as a norm, then this is probably going to look ridiculous to you. But this is patronising and this is demeaning to women. Because this says here, number one, that only men can be responsible for these things, by the way. And number two, women have no control. They have no control of themselves whatsoever. They're always so easily manipulated. Jesus fucking Christ. One of the reasons why the Angry Joe thing was so close to the bone is, do you know how often as a YouTuber you get approached by people wanting to use you for clout, trying to manipulate their way in? Trust me, it's a lot. But here we have, I pledge to never abuse, harass, groom. You don't groom adults. You groom kids. Adults can take responsibility for their actions. You can't groom them. This is a word which people don't want to use. Responsibility. What Warren Ellis did was consensual. You can argue and debate some of the moral logistics of it, but he had people throw himself at him, and he took advantage of it, in as much as he had something on the table and he took it. It was all consensual between adults. Once upon a time, a word like groom would be, I don't know, charm. Chatting up somebody, you know? You can't groom adults, Tom. Grow the fuck up. Manipulate women. No way. I'm going to use my blue eyes. It's the only thing I've got. I'm going to use that all day long. And people of marginalised genders and sexes, because only men are nasty. None of these groups whatsoever. They're perfect. They're amazeballs. It's just as horrible men. Well, I tell you what, Tom. Why don't you fucking cancel yourself and piss off? Why don't you do that? No? Okay. Stick around. Make some more morose comics while you're at it, hey? To hold myself accountable for my own actions. Yes, that's called being a fucking adult. Be open to the comments and concerns of my peers and educate myself. Wait a minute. I thought you said never to manipulate. So you're open to being manipulated, but you can't manipulate back. Right, got it. Fucking hell, Tom, you are a dipshit. To actively intervene when we see or know of abuse, harassment, grooming. No such thing as grooming on an adult. Or manipulation to grasp people up. Probably preferably on Discord servers or sneakily hidden away chat rooms. And then you can coordinate a cancellation campaign. Like was recently done with Mags Kwanzaa and that other guy, Joe Glass, when they went after Sean Gordon Murphy. Something like that. Yeah, that'd be great, Tom. That'd be great. To ally for women and people of all marginalised genders and sexes experiencing abuse, harassment, grooming. No such thing as grooming. It's called responsibility for your own actions, Tom. Or manipulation. No, fuck off. To ally for women. Jesus Christ, I've never heard so much bollocks. Absolute bollocks. To actively call out our friends and peers, even when no one else is watching. I thought we already had that, maybe. Grass people up again, then. Grass people up some more, even if they're our friends. Never mind our colleagues, if they're our friends, we'll grass them up as well. To commit to this pledge for the long haul and keep this conversation alive in the industry. Your industry's dead. Your industry is dead because you have to make dumbass pledges like this. Because the people who have benefited from people like Warren Ellis are now in the industry. And they're the ones that are gatekeeping. And they're the ones that have used it as a stepping stool to go into film and TV. And the industry's been burnt down because of it. Absolutely fucking pathetic. So another monumental defeat here, I think, for cancel culture. Just exposing once again how the mainstream comic book industry is just a broken mess. AT&T just get rid of this. Get rid of this company. Sell it off. Dump it. Shut it down. Sell off the IPs to someone. Get rid of this. This is what you're going to get from here on in, due to current day situation. And hey, folks, before we wrap this up, I also want to give a little plug to my boy Dan Frager. He's only got 19 hours left on his Black Flag on Indiegogo. These are the comics that you want to be supporting. They don't have to come up with dumbass pledges. They might pledge to make great fucking comics that you enjoy reading. They might do that. But here you go. Look at this artwork. This artwork's just amazing. Look at that. So there's only 19 hours left over at Indiegogo. So please check out Black Flag by Dan Frager. And please check out Florida Man by Chris Braley, who's also part of Bleeding Fool as well. And he's the reason why they got banned, because, of course, he's aligned with Comicsgate, the hate group. Please give this some more support and really, really push it forward, because they deserve it because of stupid-ass cancel culture. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming links. No, YouTube for live streaming links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.